Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse with Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year, bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. And we're certainly going to talk to the best and the brightest today at Lee Summit High School. Kit Anderson, the activities director, has invited 3 members of the Tigers boys volleyball team. Sophomore Jaden Holstrom, and seniors Reese Ahuna and Trenton Oldham. And Kit, I remember a few years ago I got a call from Brandon Hart, the activities director at Green Valley High School, and he says, "Hey, we're going to have boys volleyball." And I remember several years ago when they tried that with Truman, Chrisman, and Van Horn in Independence, and it was a lot of fun, but it just didn't catch on. This is your 3rd year as a Misha-sponsored volleyball team for boys. It's not club. It's the real deal. And in visiting with you before we went on the air, it's kind of cool. When you found out about boys volleyball, you just got right on board.
Yeah, I think the 3V Summit schools, any opportunity I think we could offer students. We typically try to jump on that, with adding things like girls flag football, and this year we added a unified track and field for some Special Olympic athletes too.
Oh.
But I think the other 2 schools had offered some club opportunities prior. So we were a little bit behind in our club offering prior, but we just kind of dove in, and the 3 we have with us have been integral in getting things up and going, and should have a successful year.
Well, it all kicks off this Saturday starting at 8:50 a.m. Down at Hy-Vee Arena. It's going to be an all-day affair, and if you haven't seen boys volleyball, you got to check it out. I'm not taking a thing away from the girls. I enjoy girls volleyball, but the boys ratcheted it up a notch, and Reese Ahuna, an outside hitter, a senior. Reese, how long have you been involved with volleyball?
I've been involved for around 6 years. I started around the beginning of middle school.
Now, did they have a club at middle school, or did you have friends that were involved? How'd you get involved back in 6th grade?
I got involved because my dad played in college, and most of my family played in college. So I was involved in it from a young age and started playing in a club in Kansas in middle school.
Do you play any other sports?
I played soccer for a little bit, but mostly just volleyball.
What appealed to you about volleyball?
I really like the team aspects of the game. It's a lot of fun. I don't really like running that much, so it's good for that too. And I've kind of just always been around it. So it's a family thing, and definitely enticed me to play.
How excited were you when you found out that Lee Summit High School not only was going to have a volleyball team, but that it was going to be state sanctioned? It wasn't just going to be a club team.
I was excited. I was really, really, really hoping that I was going to be able to play in high school when I first got in my freshman year. I was kind of disappointed that I wasn't going to be able to play, and hearing that it got sanctioned my sophomore year made a lot. It made a big difference.
With boys volleyball, being an outside hitter, and we're going to talk to Jaden, who's a setter, and Trenton, who's a libero, but how important is communication out there for you, Reese, being on the front line?
Communication is incredibly important. If you're not communicating with the team, then you're not going to be able to know what to do and coordinate well. You're going to have people running into each other, and it's just not going to go well.
How excited are you about this week at Hy-Vee? Basically an all-day affair, playing the sport you love, volleyball.
I'm ready for it. I think our team will be ready for it. I'm excited to see how we're going to compete against some of these other teams. And, I'm ready to get after it.
Trenton Oldham, a senior, libero. Trenton, visiting with you a little bit before we went on the air. That's a crazy position to play. Do you have any regard for your body? I've seen liberos fly into the stands over scoring tables, run into walls. What do you feel like your main responsibility is to the Tigers as a libero?
I feel like my main responsibility is to not let any ball hit the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to go after anything, like if it's shanked off of someone else, just try to be the one that goes after everything.
How important is communication for you, Trenton?
I think it's very important to let everyone know where they need to be going and what their job is in the play.
How was volleyball introduced to you?
I never played before it became a school sport. My mom played in college, so I always watched my sister growing up as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just started my sophomore year. Whenever it became a niche sport, I started playing.
When you play a position like libero, the first answer to my first question, no ball's going to hit the floor. It's, guys up on the front row like Reese, they get the oohs and the ahs and the applause from the crowd. But I tell you what, all you need to do is go to a match and watch a libero, and they're going to get a lot of credit too for the win. With your position, how have you grown in that since you started at the high school level? Take us back to your freshman year, where you were to where you are now.
I started sophomore year whenever it became available, and I was libero on JV. And then my junior year, I moved up and played DS on varsity for the most part. But now it's my senior year, and I've moved up to libero.
How excited are you for this weekend?
I'm so excited. I didn't get to go last year because of the drumline event, but I get to go this year, so I'm excited to see what it's like.
Good for you. Jaden Holstrom, the youngster of the group, a sophomore. How long have you been playing volleyball?
I started my 6th grade year.
What did you enjoy about it?
My biggest thing with volleyball was the team aspect, and I always started out as a setter, and I've always loved that position the most because I feel like it's in a way the control tower of the team.
Yes.
And kind of the leader aspect, which is something I've always valued in any sport I've ever played. So that was probably my biggest motivation piece for playing volleyball.
We were talking to Trenton about no regard for his body, being a libero. The setter gets after it too. With your position and the importance of communication, Have you developed with the guys on the team almost like a sixth sense where you may not need to say anything, just a glance or a nod, and they know exactly what you're going to do?
I think right now with where our team is, it really depends on the person. And if I've been playing with them before, then I know what setting wise, I know what they need. Or if it's a newer guy, still. Even just a few words here and there can work the best.
What's it like for you when you set Reese and, he puts a dent in the other side of the court with the kill?
I really love seeing that, honestly, because I feel like obviously I contributed to that, and seeing something that I did lead to a really good kill or a really great swing, it makes me feel good.
It should make you feel good, man, because to me, that's just the heart and soul of volleyball. A great set, a libero keeping the ball off the court, and then a big kill at the end with Reese. Jaden, how excited are you heading down to the Hy-Vee tournament that begins at 8:50 this Saturday at the Hy-Vee Sports Complex down there in what used to be Kemper Arena?
I'm really excited for this. I got to play last year, and I think it was decent, but I think we definitely could have done better. So I'm really excited to see how we do this year and implement some new things that we picked up.
Kid Anderson, Reese Ahuna, Jaden Holstrom, and Trenton Oldham, we can't thank you enough for joining us today. Wish you nothing but success this weekend down at the Hy-Vee tournament and throughout the season. And guys, you're always welcome here in the Sonic locker room.
Thanks, Bill.